morning, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Sandra, and we are planning for next week, which I don't even know. Today is the 18th, and I know that the end of the week is Sunday is the 21st. So this means we're planning from the 22nd to the 28th, and then I'll be switching over to a new binder. And this poor binder has taken a beating. This binder is so full. Don't even know how I fit everything in here this month, but we did. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my task card and we're going to review the previous week. That's to start my plan with me. And I had pulled out all of the pages, and then last night I remembered that I had to review them with you guys, so I quickly put them back in. All right, so this was Thursday. I had put some notes here from the reading that I had done from Tiny Habits, but I don't even honestly remember last week. This week has been such a blur because I've been so busy. Trying to think. I did get the video done, so that was good. I did a voiceover for my makeup video, and I think I was trying to work on all of my videos, but I did post that first one. I don't think I got to the second one. I took the garbage out. I checked in with Wave, which I have to do again probably pretty soon. Laundry, dishes. So yeah, this is what happened, right? Okay, so my memory is coming back. So I finished my video. Of course, I do my videos pretty early in the morning. And then after school, I picked up my son early for early dismissal, and I went, I didn't ask for my mom's help that day. I took my two kids with me to the x-ray place, and I got my baby, his x-ray done. So every year, because he has cystic fibrosis, he needs to get a chest x-ray. And this chest x-ray, because he was still a baby and he can't walk or stand or sit, like he can sit, but he'll just crawl around. They had to put him in this contraption that like put the plastic up over top, like made his arms go up above his head. So it was uncomfortable for him, but he wasn't getting hurt, but he freaked out, like he screamed. So anyway, so that was interesting. We got that done. I didn't make any notes here. So Friday, I just covered this side up because I had like doctor's notes I was talking to my doctor about. So I had to take my son on Friday to the doctor. He had an appointment for ADHD, but we talked about a wide variety of other things. And also, if you guys remember, I had this really bad infection in this finger. It finally healed on its own. I didn't have to take oral antibiotics, thank goodness. But I thought for sure I was going to lose my finger. Like, I was so scared. Oh, and I did get my nails done yesterday, so you'll see the change. I decided to go all colorful and a lot shorter than I'm used to because it's so much easier for typing right now. So anyway, so Friday we went to the doctor. The appointment was supposed to be at 9:45, but the doctor's office had called the day before and they switched it to 12. So what I did is I just kept my son home. I knew that we were going to karaoke. Me and my husband, we were going to karaoke date night that night. So I made the executive decision to keep my son home. We all slept in, and it was really, really nice. I really needed the sleep. As you can see, a lot of the stuff didn't get done. Paid the bills, dishes, of course, post 2 sticker sheets. So Wednesday I had made butterfly stickers. So I finally posted those on Friday, and I returned a foundation that the color didn't match me that I'd put in my order. And I'd done expenses and then my journaling stuff, and that was it. It's like as soon as you have an errand or you have to leave the house, especially for doctor's appointments, it takes me half an hour to drive there. The appointment itself is only supposed to be 20 minutes. We end up staying for like an hour talking. And then, which I know is so rude of me because, there's so many things you need to cover. Our doctors, you have to wait for like 4 weeks to get in to see the doctor now. Like it's a minimum of 4 weeks booking in. And then it takes us half an hour to drive home. So the whole thing is like an excursion, like and we were her last appointment of the day, so it didn't really affect anybody else, thank goodness, right? But yeah, it was a day, every time we have a doctor's appointment, it's always a day. Okay, so that was Friday. We did go to karaoke, and my mom watched the kids for us. So the next morning, my mom actually had to go help my auntie clean because my auntie just moved into a new house. So my mom left really early. It was probably about 9 o'clock, and I didn't make breakfast. It's normally what I do when my mom stays over, I always make breakfast because, you know, it's the fun thing to do. It's like we can enjoy breakfast as a family, but we never did that. And we did go swimming on Saturday. So, of course, I had a whole bunch of tasks here. Let's see. Right. Okay. So this is the day. Oh yeah, I dropped off my prescriptions for my finger. Like I had this, she gave me an oral antibiotic and she gave me an extra strength cream to put on, like that's better than Polysporin. So I used that and it went away, thank goodness. I uploaded a makeup video and I didn't get to the second one. So now I had like 3 more videos to do for makeup stuff and I didn't work on anything on the weekend, I don't think. I can't remember on Sunday if I did or not. No, I left them all till Monday, but Monday I was super productive. No, but this day I actually ended up, I did Danica's birthday invite, so I'm going to do the birthday party on May 5th. So her birthday is the 1st, but May 5th is a Sunday, so more people can come. And I ended up cutting my dog's hair. So I took him out, and this was right before swimming. I took him out to the back porch and just shaved all of his fur off. He looks like a little lion. He is, let me think, remember what he is. He's Jack Russell Terrier mixed with Japanese chin. So he's kind of weird looking. He has like a longish neck. Yeah, he was pretty cute, but I cut his hair and he looks like a little lion with it long, and he's got a really thick undercoat. But now that I've shaved him, like, of course he's shivering. Like, it snowed. Was it snowed yesterday? It snowed the day before yesterday. And so it just started melting yesterday. And it was like -2 out. So it's pretty chilly. And now he's frozen. He's shivering just like a chihuahua is or does. But he'll get used to it, especially as the days start warming up. It'll be okay. But then I also cut my hair. So I took 3 inches off my hair and I layered it. I did it the hard way. It took me about an hour. You know, it takes me longer to do my hair than it does somebody else's because, you know, you're doing your own hair. So I'm just going to get my mom. She's coming over today to help me do some stuff. So I'm going to get her to help me see if it's even in the back. Yeah, I really needed a trim because my ends, there was not really that many split ends. It was just really dry because a couple years ago I always bleached my hair and I had it blonde, and I want to go back to that, but I'm just waiting for my hair to grow out completely before I like color it again. Okay, so that was it for Saturday. We went swimming, and I'll tell you something, it was really nice to go swimming on the Saturday instead of the Sunday, because it was like, you know, we got it out of the way. We could come home Saturday night, relax, and we all just like chilled out and we had, you know, we had a good time. Like, it was nice. It was nice as a family and just being able to come home and do nothing. Okay, Sunday, didn't get any of the work done, but I washed Gizmo. This is what I did, right? I washed my other dog. I did not trim her fur because when her winter fur falls out, she has a really nice light coat and she looks really pretty with her hair. So I just left her with her hair on. But I did give her a nice bath, and we washed all the dog beds. So the ones upstairs, the ones down here. So now the dogs are completely clean. And then I also was able to clean my Jeep. So I'm not sure if I crossed that off on my weekly or monthly list or not. I think I did. Cleaned my Jeep. And I was going to clean Chad's car, but I ran out of time. And then we also had a barbecue. So I had like leftover steak in my freezer. So I made steak. I made these potatoes where like I used russet potatoes because usually if I use like, I guess I could have used red potatoes, but I ended up using russets. I did clean them off. Like I took off the skin. I cut them up into like fairly like 1-inch cubes, maybe fairly large chunks. And then I mixed them with red onion, peppers, cheese, salt, olive oil, pepper, and I put them into a little packet of tinfoil, and then I put them on the barbecue, and I put them on top of a barbecue mat so bottoms don't burn, and so the oil doesn't leak down into my barbecue. And you put them on low for like an hour, and they're so good. But we had steak, those potatoes, we had corn on the cob, and garlic bread, and it was so nice. I'm going to have another barbecue on the next Sunday, but we're going to do hamburgers. But we bought a new barbecue at the beginning of spring, and I'm so happy with it. It's such a nice barbecue. Okay, So Monday was a really good day. I did a whole bunch of stuff. I finished all of my makeup videos. There were 3 of them to edit, but that's all I did. I was like an editing machine. Um, so I did Monday is normally reserved for my journaling stuff. So I finished all of that. I did have an Etsy order, so I had to mail that off. And I also mailed off a Sephora return. So I got that done. And over here, Planners Anonymous Chapter 3 sub-kit came in. And I filmed it that day, but when I went to edit it the next day, it was terrible. I have no idea what happened to the quality of that film, but I ended up having to refilm it. And then it was just ridiculous. It was so weird. I had my Jeans Agenda Master Plan class on Monday at 9, and then we had a phone call. We moved Chad's pension from his other job. We moved it from that pension. They were holding it, and we couldn't view it. Like, they wouldn't give us statements to see what was growing or what. So we moved it to our bank, and now we put it into a certain mutual funds that we decided to go with, and it's all set to go. So now moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday was like my star day. Okay, I did so good. I got every single thing on my list crossed off, and as you can see, it was a pretty long list. It was a rough day for me too, because my goal was to write my blog. That's my theme of the day, and I wrote it on my son who has cystic fibrosis. And so as I was writing, it was like I was reliving every single minute of that entire experience, and I shed a few tears. It was a rough day, but I did that. I also filmed my goal video for May, and I made Danica's present list. I made my book list of all my books that are kind of floating around my house I haven't read yet. I read my Moon Magic book. I did some homework from Jane's Agenda. I cleaned up the Barbie mess. I did the upstairs bathroom, dishes, laundry. I read Atomic Habits and Tiny Habits. That's our reading homework from Jane's Agenda. I read all of it. Read Tiny Habits. I didn't finish. Did I finish Tiny Habits? Maybe. So I think what happened is I finished. Maybe I did here. No. Okay, I was going to read Atomic Habits here and I never did. So I read both of them on Tuesday. So there was like a lot. Like Atomic Habits was pretty short, but Tiny Habits was huge. There was like 50 pages I wanted to read. So checked on my perfumes that I wanted to look at. Edited my goal video. And yeah, it was busy. Chad had a chiropractor appointment at 6:20, and then I made dinner. And in this day, we just had pizza. So dinner was easy. And that's what I find, because, I talk about wearing so many hats and doing so many things. Well, I had a busy list that I actually completed all of. So I decided to tone it down in the supper department. Instead of making like a big supper that took a lot of energy and time, I just put frozen pizza in the oven, and that was it. And the kids were happy with that. So that was good. Okay. And then Wednesday. Right. This was yesterday. So I wanted to mention something about Tiny Habits, but before we do that, the goal yesterday was to work on stickers and sticker design. So the only 2 things I had left to do were my butterfly die cuts and the freebies that I offer with each order. So I did the budget, watched my video, and I worked on stickers. I wanted to do a ladybug design because somebody had asked me for that. I never got a chance. I have a problem highly underestimating the time it would take me to do a task. So maybe I should mention that, like, when we're talking about tasks for Jean's Agenda, but I do. I highly underestimate the time it takes to do something. So for example, when I did my butterfly stickers, because I know you all commented last week when I showed you guys the stickers, I had done the stickers, and I had only done one color scheme. So it was like there was blue, purple, and maybe a little bit of green. And my mom was looking at them and she's like, it would be nice if you did some more colorful butterflies. Like, why don't you do that? And I said, well, the problem is, like, if I'm going to draw these butterflies on my iPad, which is maybe what I should have done, I probably should have taken the black and white drawing I did on watercolor paper, and I should have transferred that to my iPad, and then I could have colored it in that way. And I never did that step. But I don't know if you guys know how Procreate works, but there's a lot of fun, cool things you can do with it. And Procreate is an app that I use for drawing my stickers on my iPad. So this time what I had done was I'd taken a picture of the watercolor I had done of the butterflies, and then I manipulated it on my iPad to make more of them, and then I had my sticker sheet. So and there's the other thing you can do is upload it. You can scan it into your computer from your printer, but my printer sucks. I'm gonna have to get a new printer probably in the next year or so. So anyway, it didn't quite work out that way. So I was experimenting on my iPad, and technically the only thing I needed to do were the die cuts and the freebies, but I was trying to play around to see what I could do with the stickers. Okay, so I'm just gonna page through. If you guys can see this, I hope you can. This is when I was originally drawing the butterflies. So, I mean, I guess technically I could take this picture. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I could. I could take this picture and I could import it into my iPad still, like when I get time. And then I could change the way the butterflies are. So that's still something I can do. So anyway, so here I had put watercolor on them, touched them up, and those were the finished product. Okay, this was the original 5 butterflies that I drew. And then, so what I did is this is what it turned into on my iPad. So I can manipulate things, I can copy things and change the sizes. And so that's what happened. And that's what it looks like. But my mom was looking at it and she's like, and this was like the printed version. So I actually printed them on sticker paper. And then I did a black and white version in case people wanted black and white. And then she's like, well, is that the only colors you offer? And I manipulated it so I could actually change the color by dropping a color, I don't know what you would call it, like a mask over top the original picture. And I was able to change the color of the stickers. So this is what they look like. And I called this the bright palette. And then I did a pastel palette as well. The only thing that happened with this one is that some of them, the black showed up, and some of it covered the black a little bit. So the black looks almost gray. But it's still more pastel. Like this butterfly is everything right here. It's so pretty. Then I made my die cuts. So maybe instead of like showing you the pictures of them, because I don't know how well you can see those, I'll just show you a couple of the finished product. But I made so many. I made large ones, medium ones, and like that one's so pretty. Oh my God. Large ones, medium, and small. And so I'm charging $3, $2, and $1 respectively. That one's pretty too. I got some butterfly stickers from somebody else on Etsy, and I got this little card. It was from Watercolor Sticker Plans. And, okay, so for example, these are some of them. So here's one. These are some of the examples anyway. Trying to find that pretty yellow one. Like, it's so pretty. But they're, this is a medium, classed as a medium one, and then one like this would be a small one. But for the amount of work that went into them, I still have to charge a price, right? So these ones are $3 because the sticker overlay paper, I use a holographic sticker overlay, and it's super expensive. So like compared to regular sticker paper, because I still have to use regular sticker paper, and then I put that over top of it. So anyway, so that was it. And I, vastly underestimated the time it took to make all of those. And it wasn't even that so much. It was like listing them to Etsy and to my website. It took forever. So, oh, that reminds me, I have to add something to my list today. Oh, where's my list? What happened to Thursday? Why would I do that? Oh no, I switched everything up, you guys. I hate when I do that. So this is supposed to be Friday. Oh no, we're good. We're good. I just put it in the wrong spot. I almost had a panic attack. Phew. Let's see. Thursday. There we go. I did that one time and I wrote on the wrong like note page, but this one's still blank, so that's good. I always feel like Thursday's Friday. I don't know why. Okay, so my note is I have to go on my website Oops. Okay. All right. So as for yesterday, I wanted to do the ladybug stickers. I didn't. I didn't get to Moon Magic, and I did some laundry. I cleaned the bird's cage last night because it wasn't actually that bad, but I'm glad I did it anyway. If I keep up with it, it doesn't take as long. And then I had another Sephora order. It was like one product that I had to return and got back. And then I also sent Chad to Costco. So something weird happened yesterday. He ended up coming home early. I don't even know why. Like, we're still confused. Oops. We're still confused as to why he got sent home. Everybody got sent home from the work site. Something happened at work and they weren't allowed to work that day. They said it was because the wind and the snow, so I don't know for sure, but it had snowed a bunch and it was maybe like 4 centimeters, which, for this time of year is kind of a lot. It stayed on the ground for quite a while because you think that it would melt right away. Um, and it was really windy, so they couldn't do some of the things they had to do at work, so they just sent everybody home. So now we're short 4 hours on next paycheck. Okay. So anyway, that happened yesterday. So he came home at, I think it was like 12:30. They sent him home. He came home, or he went to Costco first. So he got the Costco stuff. I'm going to take that out of the paycheck that we get for Friday because, Costco is only, like, I'm going to have to get gas tomorrow morning. Like, I'm going to take my son to school today and then gas up tomorrow morning. And that should be good. Um, and then, yeah. And I went and got my nails done. And then he picked up my son from school. I did my nails. I took my daughter because she wanted to come with me, and I feel good. That's my self-care thing for the week. Okay, and that brings us to today. So I'm going to put this back here. And then I'm also going to take out the week again because I am literally running out of room. I just kept the April index, so I kept that first day in there. But I'll put those back where I had them here. Okay, so yeah, and then that's here for us today. So I'm just going to cross off. I did my power sheets and my planning for my business. I check my stats every morning, and I'm doing the plan with me now. So it's definitely not as big of a list, which is so nice. Except my mom is coming over and she's going to help me clean my son's curtains and all the bedding. So wash curtains. Might as well do all the laundry. I'm just going to have to get my mom to get me a soap because I've been waiting for Woolite to go on sale and it hasn't. It's still like $20 and I can get it at Superstore occasionally. They'll have it on sale for $14. So I buy like 3 or 4 of them at a time. But yeah, I've been waiting for it to go back on sale and it hasn't. So anyway, so a whole bunch of laundry to do today, but then the rest of the stuff is kind of like, um, there's not tons and tons to do, which is nice. So if I get time, I want to work on a ladybug design and post that to my stickers. And then the thing I wanted to mention about tiny habits, it's funny because in this book, the guy's name is BJ Fogg, and it's the secondary book for Jane's agenda, for like the homework to read. And he was talking about in order to make a habit stick, the trick is to celebrate at the right moment. So like, um, as soon as you do the habit, to celebrate. And that can be as simple as saying yes or good for you or, like a positive reinforcement type thing. And I just wanted to relate it to what I used to do. And because he was talking about how positivity, affirmations, like he never mentioned daily successes, but celebration, all of that kind of changes your mind to a more positive outlook on life. And I was like, well, I had talked about that. This was like years ago. And I had done something instead of calling it like a daily affirmation page, in my bullet journal, I had called it daily success. So, um, like I had to do one line a day and I had to find something in that day that I was successful at, and I had to write it down in my journal. That's the first time that I had ever seen anything like that. I can't remember if I don't think I found it from anywhere. I just kind of came up with it. And I mean, I'm sure it's been around. I'm sure other people have done it, but I didn't like find it myself from anywhere, if that makes sense. And I just kind of related it to that book because I'm like, well, I was celebrating a long time ago. And I think maybe that's why I feel so successful now because, like, you guys have seen my list, right? Like, there are some days when I'm tired, I don't feel good, and I don't get as much done. Like, there's lots of days that I put lots of arrows to the next day, but I always get my important things done, right? Um, and I usually have a lot more check marks than I have arrows or cancellation things, unless, of course, it's the weekend and I don't feel like working on anything. Then that makes it a little bit more understandable. But yeah, I wanted to mention that because um that's one thing that you could do is like he was saying that it will be celebration will be as important as doing like an affirmation, gratitude list, or even a mindfulness list. I wouldn't mind doing that in my bullet journal as well. And I've been talking about mindfulness lately. So you know how like you're mindful of your time or mindful of how you treat people or and being mindful just means that you're thinking about your actions in that moment, right? Like, if you catch yourself on your phone, you're like, okay, I'm going to put my phone down and I'm going to get back to work. Or, you're just more intentional. So I think mindful means more intentional with what you're doing, whether it's how you use your time or, how you treat people or whatever, or how you do your work. So it's kind of another thing that I'm getting into. Like I'm all about productivity and working hard and being effective. I think I could increase my effectiveness, but I also want to start looking at being mindful and what's the other word that I used? Intentional. Right. Intentional and mindful could almost be used synonymously, but um, I'm just going to write that down too. Okay. So that is it for my review. And now we need to look at the goals and see what, if anything, I can cross off from there. Ooh, so many things. See, I can't even like it goes over the opening and the rings. I'm gonna have to downsize it next month. Okay, so plan for garden. I do have a plan for my garden, so I could cross that off. Um, I need a different pen for this. Okay, so plan for garden. The garden plan is done. I just haven't purchased anything yet or thought about planting stuff ahead of time. I don't have a lot of room in my house. Like my table is filled with my bird and my husband's stuff and my plants, so I can't really pre-plant anything right now. Yard cleanup is good. Um, I'm just gonna put a dot here. I did mine, but I still have to do Chad's or get him to do his. Haven't done the baby stuff to shop because I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. Taking all the baby stuff to my mother-in-law's work. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a thing right now. Um, I've been doing good with professional development. I could use spirituality area. Could use some work. I haven't had a chance to read in the sun. Haven't touched my YouTube intros, and the basement I haven't looked at. And health is an ongoing, definitely ongoing. Okay. Now if I would go to these were other goals that I had here, that I'm working on that I was doing some brainstorming and I was like, you know what? I'm going to definitely do this. Um, put in Bic binder. I have no idea what that means. Put alerts on planner daily. Yeah. So I've been working on some various stuff. So like, time with the kids, editing. I'm doing too much multitasking. I have to pay more attention to editing my videos. Expenses. I want to make sure I'm tracking my business expenses properly. And then keeping up with it, I think, is the biggest thing so that I don't have to, go in once a month and then be like, oh, I can't remember where this expense came from. So I upload my receipts. As soon as I have a receipt, I go right in and add it and upload it. Um, my personal reference section, I think I did that, but I have to actually, I want to do the freezer. That's another thing. I want to update the freezer inventory. Even if I go to my inbox and put it in there for now. Okay, so if I go to my month goals, okay, so professional development, still working on books. We're almost done reading them. It's almost the end of the month. Spiritual focus, spiritual book. I'm almost done that moon magic book too. I can cross that off as soon as I'm done. Read fiction daily. That has not been a problem. Read work outside. Haven't yet because it hasn't been warm enough. Basement cleanup, not yet. Health tracking habits, which I have been. Garden work, I did a project thing. I haven't prepped anything yet. Yard cleanup, I have, except it was really windy the last couple of days, and we live across from a school, so every time it gets windy, a whole bunch of garbage flies into our yard. In our front yard, we have this stupid bush that kind of like collects garbage. So like the plastic bags and wrappers and stuff will like go underneath the bush and it's hard to get out. So I have to rake those out of there. And then in our backyard, it's kind of like an area where the wind just kind of like twirls around. And so it brings in a whole bunch of garbage and then just leaves a whole bunch of plastic bags and crap right by our fence. So I have to go out and clean that up. So I'm not going to cross that off yet. Clean garage, clean car and Jeep. That's a work in progress because I did do my Jeep. And then baby stuff, Goodwill. And then I also have to buy some more leather conditioner. It's the same leather conditioner I use on my Jeep seats and then the same stuff I use on my binders. So I'm going to get it from Canadian Tire. And it's under $10. So instead of going to the Franklin Planner website and spending like $20 on the leather conditioner, I just use the same stuff I use on my Jeep seats and it works great. And I think it's by Armor All or something. Okay, so I'm just going to go back here. Right, so I think that was it. And then, so this week is past. This week is almost past. My grandma's birthday was on Monday, and my mom took her out. I think yesterday she took her out for a lunch or whatever. I have to call my mom today and figure out what happened. But and the week coming up, we have my son's CF appointment. So my husband will be coming home early, and then we're going to be driving down to the U of A on during that week. Okay. And then also the last week of April, we have the I think it's the last week of April. Let me see. Oh no, it's virtual study hall is the third week. So I'll put that here. Okay. All right. So that is it for that. And that was reviewing goals. And now I need to review the compass card. So water, still struggling with. I haven't meditated, but I did journal and reading. Pop bottles, my husband still has to take those in. He'll probably do that Friday. Front and back closets haven't touched. Connor's bookshelf haven't touched. Upstairs bath I did. Budget, yes. Swimming, movie, no. And Friday karaoke we did. Professional development, we had the class. I've been reading, did all those. Personal development, I did the book list, got nails done, haven't had the bath yet, but I've been reading. Biz CEO, haven't done my YouTube intros yet, but I did goals for May and I still have to order the June charms. Biz Creative, I did the stickers, I did my blog, and I did the die cuts and freebies, and then other, my grandma's birthday. So, I mean, there's a lot of check marks on there, right? There's still some things I need to work on though. Okay, and now we need to do new roles and big rocks, but I think what we'll do is look at the calendar, master task, and schedule first. Just, to give myself a little update here to see what needs to be done. I'm just going to go through here quick. Oh yeah, dentist appointment. I did make that appointment, so I'm going to cross it off. Reading list I made. That was inbox, and then the monthly, we'll look at the task list, or in the calendar. So we're looking at, today is the 18th already, holy. So Monday, so like I said, so budget on Wednesday, that's also the appointment. So Wednesday, oh yeah, you know what? I think Wednesday is also my first of my, I'm just gonna look in here, hold on. Yeah, I'm supposed to film my monthly plan with me. So that actually works out because if I had sticker design here, stickers probably wouldn't get done because by the time I get to working on my sticker stuff, it's usually afternoon and we're not going to be home. Like it's going to be a busy day if we have an appointment, right? So it works out if I do my plan with me, I get up early, get up at 5, do my monthly plan with me set up, and then I'll be good to go. And I can start editing it before my husband gets home. And then my mom's going to be here at 12, and then we're leaving about 12 o'clock to go for the appointment, just to make sure we're there on time and stuff. Sometimes it's a fight to get a parking spot even, so we'll be there in time. And then Jane's agenda study hall is that Friday, and my son has no school that day, and it's garbage day. So yeah, so the only thing going on, like that's like a bigger thing, is my appointment for my son. So that's not terrible. That's still a pretty good week. Okay. The week after, the first falls on the Wednesday, so I'll have to do all my analytics and stuff, my budget close that day. But that's okay. All right. So then for the list, let's see if there's anything I can cross off here. I still haven't transferred my phone pics. I tried doing it once and it didn't really work, so I'm going to have to try that again and just get it done because I want to clear my phone off a little bit. May goal setup is done. Personal development, Jane's agenda, almost done reading. I never did my goals for my business, so that might be something I want to look at. But I did May stickers, May die cuts, May freebies, May goal setup. Yeah, I'm going to work on that. And then the only thing I have left is the bullet journal, the compact, and the classic. So yeah, that actually sounds good. I'm going to do a butterfly for my bullet journal. Just one big butterfly. It's going to be pretty. I'll probably draw it from scratch when I do that video. And actually, I think what I'll do is incorporate the daily successes as well in my bullet journal. And maybe I'll do affirmations, manifestation, gratitude. Maybe not manifestation because I do that in my spiritual planner. Or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But I wouldn't mind doing something like that and just have like a line a day. That might be kind of cool. And also have one that's called mindfulness. I like that too. Write down what I've been mindful for that day or intentional about. All right, so I think the only other thing I'll check is the weekly list here. So everything has been going to plan, thank goodness, this entire week. And I know this is Go Wild, so a lot of people are going to be at Go Wild as of this weekend. So if you don't watch my video till later in the week, that's okay. I hope you guys have fun. Anyone who goes, I'm excited for you. I wish that I could go. It was a plan of mine last year or 2 years ago to be able to go this year, and I just wasn't able to make it work. So I'm hoping for next year. It really does depend where it's at. I think California would be a lot more doable than like Texas, because it's in Texas right now. I need it to be somewhere close. Like it wouldn't be able to, cost as much for the flight. So yeah, I'll just have to look into it and like actually get serious. Like I'll do like a whole budget and say, okay, this is how much the ticket is, or tickets if I'm bringing somebody else. This is how much like how long my mom would have to babysit for. Like I don't know if my mom would babysit for a whole weekend um if Chad was coming with me. I don't know, because he would like to come with me. Um but yeah, I would have to look at the plane tickets and just, budget for how much it would cost in total, and then set my goal to save that money for next year. So we'll have to see. But yeah, plan with me is done. Compost recycle out tonight, and then early dismissal for my son. And then let's see if anything here. May freebies and die cuts are done. I have to take my son in to get a requisition done. Oh yeah, and that's something I'll mention now because I'm probably going to forget when I'm in my work planner, but I will be doing a separate video. I'm going to be switching over my work planner. Right now I'll show you. I'm going to keep this cover, like the teal cover I have. I have silver discs in here, and then I've got the butterfly thing, which actually makes sense because I'm doing butterflies for May, but I'm going to change my work planner, and I'm going to do the spring things that I bought from Jane's Agenda, and I'm going to make it so it's got the berry discs in here. So yeah, if you guys want to watch that, I will have a separate video for how I change that up, and for the dashboards I use in there. I've got a whole bunch of dashboards right now that they're just sitting there, and so I want to change it up and actually use them. So yeah, so that is it for that. I haven't filmed that video yet, but that might be something I could do tomorrow morning. Although I kind of want to sleep in tomorrow morning, but I could probably do that video in like maybe under half an hour. So I'll see. I'll put that on tomorrow's list because I don't have anything else to film tomorrow. So okay, because even if I sleep until 6, that'll still work. All right, so that is it for the review. And now I'm going to go ahead and do my new rolls and big rocks. I'm going to get a new compass card. I'm going to do this, like, I won't talk about it. I'm just going to do it. And then I'm going to move right into my scheduling the week and then my work week. So the rest of this I'll play some music and let's get started.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had afforded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because just can't win. What about we try and get it right? I don't wanna end up where all we have just disappears. Come on, let's at least give it a try. Tears are falling from the sky, but I'm not worried. I know I will end up dry. How about me? How about you? Let's just wait, enjoy the view. What if our touch isn't enough on our journey? How about you? How about me? Let's just wait and we'll be free. Need to stay tough, we don't need much on our journey. 'Cause we're the original. I cannot hide from you. I cannot hide. How about me? How about you? Let's just wait, enjoy the view. What if our touch isn't enough on our journey? How about you? How about me? Let's just wait and we'll be free. Need to stay tough, we don't need much on our journey. How about me? How about you? Let's just wait, enjoy the view. What if our touch isn't enough on our journey? 'Cause how about you? How about me? Let's just wait and we'll be free. Need to stay tough, we don't need much on our journey. How about me? How about you? Let's just wait, enjoy the view.
Alright guys, it is 7:27. I just finished in time, thank goodness. My son is awake. I heard him kind of like whining upstairs, so now it's a good time. There was something I was thinking of too, just as I finished up, that I'm like, oh yeah, I need to write that in my planner, and then of course I forgot what it was. That's how fleeting my thoughts are, and if I don't write stuff down, it doesn't happen. So anyway, so this is my week. Again, because it is my planning week, I don't focus on sticker design. So you'll see here, especially Wednesday, I've got that big appointment. So I'll just be filming my video, editing it, and then that's it for the day. And I'm going to take the rest of the day off. These appointments can run up to 4 hours, depending on what's happening. So I'm not even going to worry about it. But it is going to be a busy week. So I do need to do extra Instagram content, because I have been taken to film a reel for my compact, especially if I'm not planning on changing the binder. If I do change the binder, I might turn that reel into a YouTube video. We'll see. Haven't decided yet. But I'm going to change the ink in my fountain pen. I was debating on that because I like I've got almost a whole bunch of ink left, but I'm pretty sure I can put it back into the bottle. Because the pen that I'm using right now was a brand new pen, so the ink isn't contaminated. So I might just try to save that ink, because it's still almost a full pen. So I'm realized I have to switch it to a different color for May. So anyway, Monday is, again, it's a journaling day, and I completely forgot to even write that in there. Hold the horses. Okay, so I'm just going to put my journaling sticker here, and then what I do is I put little check marks for all of the journaling things that I need to do. So for example, it's Meg, which is manifestation, affirmation, gratitude, tarot, oracle, and then kids journal. So that's that. I completely forgot about that. So that's what Monday is. I do write my day themes here, so just so I don't forget. Oh yeah, and I also want to write change work planner, so I'm going to add that here too. Change work planner. Okay, so Monday is going to be doing this video. So I'm going to post for IG for that. Transferring my blog, so it's on my spiritual journey. And then admin is my journaling day. Okay, Tuesday is writing a new blog, but I'm going to film a reel. I probably won't post it till the 29th or the 30th, so it'll be next week. And speaking of that, we'll just put next week, 29th, 30th, post planner flip reel. And then YouTube / reel for compact. I know on the 30th is my bullet journal video, so I'm not sure what's happening on the 29th. Okay. All right, so actually I can look on the monthly calendar here. Let's see. Monthly calendar, the 29th. It's just a makeup video, so I very well could put a compact video on that day if I decide to do a video instead of just a reel. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to change my pen color, write my blog, and then Wednesday is my big filming day, and then the rest of the day will be taken off. Thursday, I've got another makeup video posting, so this is my makeup video for full face because I bought new Sephora makeup, and I'll film my, I say film on here, what am I filming? Oh yeah, I didn't write that in. So here I'm filming my May planner setup, and here I'm filming my Plan With Me weekly. And then editing that. Okay, and then Friday is a catch-up day, but I'll be posting, so my monthly will be posting that day. I'll be filming my makeup for date night or going out by myself. Jane's Agenda study hall is that day. And then Saturday, I'll be posting my weekly one and then filming a reel potentially or a full video for my compact. So I don't know if I'll be filming that day. Maybe I'll put that here. Film compact, because I know I'm not going to have time Wednesday or Thursday. So if I decide to do a video, I'll film it on the Friday. And then I can edit it. Okay, and then Saturday, yeah, I said that, and then Sunday is my goal posting, like for my goals. And that one I decided to write through with you guys on the camera. So then I've just got stuff I need to order or buy. New Epidemic, I'm not buying that. I'm just going to download new songs. So I added some stuff here. So I want to make a list of like songs and actually have it in my planner so I can reference it, because when I look at my YouTube list, it's not quite the same. Like I can't figure out what's what in there. And then yeah, so just reminders for next week, and that's it for my work stuff. So I'll quickly go through my main planner, and maybe I can remember what I was going to write in there. Something for today. And now I have no idea what it was. Okay, so what I wanted to do, one of my main goals was to use up the stickers in this book, and I actually got rid of quite a few sheets. There's still a few stickers left over, but I'll just have to use them when the time comes because, you know, there's a lot in here. So that was almost used up, and I basically covered the whole spread in like these gems or whatever, like crystals. So I used these pastel lists and just wrote out what I had to do each week. And then this is my weekly list here that the things don't really have days. Well, they do, but I wrote them in here just to remind myself. I have a list of some of the important things I want to track, a little area to put some notes if I wanted to, and then that's it. But, you know, I'm glad I used up some of those stickers. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. If you are new or have not yet subscribed, please feel free to do so. I would love if you joined my channel. Click on the bell notification button to be reminded when I upload new content. If I haven't already said so, give the video a thumbs up, share the video, And I will see you guys in the next one. Next week's going to be a busy one. Bye, friends.